Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Allen now to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Well, for the Kansas City Chiefs, as their offense takes the field again, the road to a first-round bye in the #1 overall seed, that hit a big speed bump week 15 with that 1-point loss to the Chargers, CD.
Yeah, it certainly did. It set the playoff picture on its ear, didn't it? I mean, when you think about it now, we kind of had Kansas City locked in as the #1 seed, but we'll have to see how it all plays. But here's the bottom line, though. It doesn't matter to me where Kansas City plays, whether at Arrowhead or they go on the road. That offense, it can travel with Patrick Mahomes at the controls.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll go deep down. Oh, wide open. Complete. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's going to go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
And he is going to go down, back at the 11-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Football going back over to the Carolina Panthers here. And for Carolina, it's hard to fathom what went wrong with them this season. It's been said before we talked about it. They were 6-2 at the midway point, right in the mix for a first-round bye, and then everything kind of went wrong from there on out.
I wonder if we'll look back at that Thursday nighter in Pittsburgh where they got absolutely blasted. And at the time, we thought it was kind of a one-off, you know. Bad night, throw it out, here we go. But that led to a really bad stretch of football for Carolina. A lot of losses. And you just wonder, did that game take so much out of them that it was hard for them to bounce back? Now, look, the playoff thing for them is going to figure on a lot of other teams and a lot of other factors, so they could be in or out depending how other teams do. Bottom line is, they didn't take care of business themselves.
Yeah, and that Week 15 loss to the Saints, that kind of really sealed their fate. That put them 2 games below 500. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. Big call coming on third down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Obviously, the Kansas City backfield very unsettled, but they might have something in Damian Williams.
I think that they do, and I thought he was a quality back when he was in Miami. And in this last game, 123 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns in the loss to the Chargers in Week 15. But he definitely showed something in that game that keeps Kansas City feeling optimistic about their backfield, and they're still hoping to get Spencer Ware back from injury.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that hits the right upright, but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's the backup Newton. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. Complete to right. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To the air again, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton letting one go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Dancing to his left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Mahomes now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down, and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demetrius Harris from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, 2nd straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charlie?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player in order to earn a moniker.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. McCaffrey following the penalty. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 37 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to look deep down the field, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Mahomes again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now it's Newton. On the crossing route, complete. That's right. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10, Newton again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. And Newton's going to keep it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he checks this one down to Williams. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. The Chiefs, they've got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and get himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It got his man complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here we go, fellas. Like 80.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Set. 180.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge, raindrops.